Hey guys, what's up? It's Peyton. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I decided to start a new video on an update on everything on the channel. So, as you know, we got the BMW E36 M3. That's my track car. And then I've been putting together that budget Miata. It's a NA 1.6 for my dad. It's been a while since I've done a vlog type video, and it's actually been a while since I've done any kind of video. A couple months ago I did a just an in-car video of me at Road Atlanta in my E36. So today we're gonna just kind of go over all the cars, and all these cars are gonna get their own individual videos here soon. But we got two new cars on the channel. One of them I cannot show you today because it's in pieces up at my shop. That is my dad's new car. It's his new track toy. It's a 2002 Porsche 996 C2. It's a manual. Right now we're rebuilding the engine. It had some piston slap issues, so we had to send the blocks out to Wisconsin to get re-nickel sealed, and then we're just doing new forged pistons, new bottom end bearings, you know, etc., etc. So that'll be a video series in its own. Also, I've got a new car, another new car. Duh! It's my Nissan 240SX. It's a S14. It's just gonna be a street car because of the pandemic. I kind of bought it. I kind of found it online, and it's a one owner car, and it was a good deal, and I've had about 10 of them, so I was like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and buy it. You know, I'm bored. My BMW is kind of a race car now, hard to drive on the street. So yeah, let's go in depth with all that stuff. All right, starting with this bucket of bolts. This is my 1999 BMW M3 Coupe. I've never really given a formal introduction to this car on the channel. You've just kind of seen it in all the in-cockpit videos of me at the track. It is a 1999 OBD2 S52 M3. This is the second one I've ever owned. They're great cars. This one's seen better days, obviously, because I've wrecked it a couple times at the track and hit stuff, and it's been dropped off the trailer, and you know how that goes, race car stuff. But anyways, yeah, it's all stock except for suspension and cooling stuff. Kind of just give you a little rundown on the car real quick. It's got BC coilovers. It's got aftermarket sway bars. It's got poly engine mounts, poly bushings. You know, it's got a oil cooler. It's got a bolt-in roll cage. I put that in last year before I went to barber. I've seen a couple guys flip cars, you know, at different tracks, and it kind of scared me a little bit. I needed some kind of rollover protection, so I got this El Cheapo auto power cage. I mean, it does the job for what I do with the car, just doing, you know, track day stuff, not racing it. Got two Sparkos in there. This one I just picked up when I got the cage. It's a Halo seat. I'm actually going to end up getting a new mount for it, a new seat bracket slash mount, because the seat sits so upright and so far forward that it's causing a problem. My head's hitting the cage. Obviously this cage is just a generic cage, so it kind of just doesn't really sit super high on the roof, so you really kind of limit your option on chair or seat. So and this obviously is sitting like straight up. It needs to be reclined a little bit, so we're going to end up doing that. I'm going to end up cleaning up all this wiring on the car. We kind of threw this cage in just a couple hours because, you know, we were in a hurry to get the car to the track and get everything tested and all that. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Today, my project today is to finish getting these door panels off, and then taking the glass out, because I do have door bars that I'm going to end up doing eventually on the car, and at some point we're going to end up doing an actual real cage. Just when you go to people that can do cages, it takes them a couple months to get your car in and do the cage and all that, so that's kind of a thing that you got to tie in. What do I want track time? Do I want a real cage? So there's that. This car is awesome. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I've never had a real issue with the car. It never overheats. I take it on the track for 30 plus minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little montage of it real quick, kind of get some sexy angles, and then I'll show you an update on the doors once we're done with that. Alright, so this is the finished product of both the door cards being taken out and the regulators and the glass being taken out and the harnesses being tucked. We're going to get door bars on there, so, or I have door bars for the cage, just got to be welded to it, so that's going to kind of help clear those because those door cards stuck out so far. So yeah, you can see that gives us a lot more clearance. There we go. Alright, so moving on to the budget Miata. Basically, since the last time you guys saw it, it's got new suspension components. We actually ended up parting out another car. It was a turbo car, turbo 1.8. I actually have some older footage I'm going to overlay here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on our track Miata, our budget Miata. We actually got a donor car today. It's actually a turbo 1.8. Just assessing this car and taking parts off of it and then hopefully selling it for, you know, what I bought it for. I got it for dirt cheap. So yeah, let's dig into that. All right, here it is. It's a 95. It's kind of beat up, plasti dipped. It's got like the Watanabe style wheels on it. Got a nice hard dog in it. I wish I would have known that before I bought mine, or I picked this up before I bought mine. Yeah, that's a nice roll bar. It's got a detachable wheel, 2 Kirkies, AEM gauges. Looks like one's kind of busted, but whatever. We got, I don't know if it'll show it, but TN spoilers, aftermarket sway bar. Looks like it might even have a the hell is that? It looks like a bigger diff or something. It's got like bigger fins on it. I don't know. Interesting. Well, that's cool. Got a ghetto ass exhaust on it. Excuse my voice. I lost my voice a couple days ago and can't really talk too loud. But yeah, so it runs. It barely runs, but just trying to check it out. So 1.8, it's freaking nasty. It's been neglected. Turbo manifold is cracked. It's got like a little TD04 style manifold on it. Just pulled the plugs on it. About to do a compression test. The plugs are really like fouled out. I picked this thing up for dirt cheap. I know you're thinking like, oh man, another crappy Miata, but I picked this thing up for $1,000. Saw that it ran. It's got a mega squirt in it. I figured I'd take a chance on it just because I could part it out for what I paid for it. And if this engine is toast, I can end up just swapping most of these parts over to my dad's car. Even though it's a 1.6, it still would be a good swap. So yeah, let's get this compression test underway and see what happens. But anyways, so we ended up swapping the brakes to the 1.8 brakes. They're drilled and slotted. Got LRB door cards for it from Justin's car that I took parts off of. You know, a quick release, Bride, Steed, or Brid, however you pronounce it. Got the roll bar in there. Yeah, did a fresh timing belt, water pump. You know, cam and crank seals on this thing. It's good to go. It rips. It's got new coilovers, new sway bars. Yeah, excuse how dirty it is. It probably hasn't been started up in over a month, but yeah, it's just been sitting out in the back of my yard. Excuse my yard. It rains like every day here in Florida, but yeah, there's that. That's this, the budget Miata. It's doing well. It gets driven like every 2 months, but yeah, she's in good shape. Just sits in the backyard until it's time to drive her. So moving on to the newest edition of the fleet. This is my new car hauler. My old one, I don't know if you guys saw it in the videos, is kind of janky, so I sold it. I was having trouble with it when I towed it back from Road Atlanta. One of the axles had been re-welded on it and it was just a piece of crap. So I went and I picked up this guy. It's a 18-foot dovetail. It's a brand new, it's a 2021. Yeah, it's got pull-out ramps. Actually, I haven't even used it yet, but I put these little D-rings to make it a little easier to tie down the car on there. And then I added this box in the front here. It's a really nice box. I got it at Harbor Freight. But basically, it's waterproof. And I put a jack, a smaller jack, some jack stands, all the straps, put tools, whatever you want in there, and it locks up. It's got electric brakes and a breakaway box. Yeah, it's 18-foot dual axle. It's great. It's a really nice trailer. Got one of the 2 new projects we're starting here on the channel with me. This is my 1995 240SX. It's original 5-speed car. It's got 300,000 miles on it. I bought it from the original owner. All I've done to it so far is do some oil seals, some wheels, and some coilovers. We're gonna have a video going more in depth with this car, and this car is gonna be a street car. Eventually we're gonna do a turbo KT on it. Just, you know, probably a little SR turbo street car, 250, 300 horsepower, nothing crazy, you know. So we're gonna do a series on that, probably starting at the beginning of next year. Yeah, I've been driving it every day. I got my brand new Silverado, and I just like driving these 90s cars, man. They're great. This thing's got ice cold air conditioning. It runs good. It's got a couple little blemishes and stuff, but you know, we're not going to go too in depth into this today. We're going to do a video on what to look for when you're buying a 240, and you know, signs that the car's decent, signs you're getting a good deal, bad deal, etc., etc. We're gonna go into that because I've had about 10 of these things. Yeah, and I keep getting suckered back into them. It's like once you bought a 240, you're in the 240 gang for life. So yeah, we got that coming up. We got the 996 coming up. I'm gonna insert a couple pictures of it. We're doing the rebuild on the motor, so you're gonna see a video series on that. And a kind of budget 996 Porsche. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned for more stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep it coming. Peace out.